Welcome to a very special episode of Backyard Brawl. This is episode 19 of Backyard Brawl. And today we have our third set of guests coming into the pod. Today we have one of my very near and dear friends. I've known him for a very long time. Shai has become familiar with him through his journalism work, his media work, what he does online. So we can't wait to get this guest in. We're gonna have him in 30 seconds. But yeah, this is a super cool one because it is one of my very close friends. But what he does is very special, very cool work, and it's going to be awesome for him to join us, talk about what he does, have some conversations that we don't usually have on this podcast. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get him in.
Yep.
Bang!
Oh,
What's going on, man?
what's up? Thanks for having me, boys. How we doing?
Pretty good,
Great,
pretty
great.
good.
So everyone, this is Josh Markowitz. We went to Camp Quebec together. This lousy piece of shit over in the top left corner went to Camp Saginaw. He's a bum. Uh, but I'm gonna pass it over to Josh really quick so he can introduce himself. He does some really, really, really cool stuff. So we're happy to have him on today.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. First of all, I didn't know we can curse. That's allowed here?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
for
Anything
sure,
flies.
for sure.
Anything
Fuck
goes.
yeah. All right, dope. I was gonna ask that before, but figured I'd let it slide for now. Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited. I've been watching the show weekly, honestly. It's been getting better and better every week, and I'm excited. I know podcasts like this, it just takes time to get them going, and I think the views are going up every week and the production value is going up every week. So yeah, I'm grateful to be here. I'm excited to have a chat.
Awesome. So where we want to start is Josh kind of works in the fighting space. He works with Ariel Helwani, but ever since I've known Josh, his first love has actually been the WWE. Actually, the first conversation that Josh and I ever had was at Camp Quebec. It was on the first bench, and
Hmm.
Josh was reading like a magazine talking about SummerSlam that was coming up, and I had like just gotten into WWE right before the summer, and Josh just blew me away with how much he knew about WWE. I mean, I knew like John Cena and the big characters, but he knew everything. So how did you get into WWE like at that age?
Yeah, so that was 2015. So yeah, that was prime drugs. I mean, you knew ball Hayden. Don't undermine yourself. You
A
you
little
definitely
bit
knew
of
Hayden's a
ball.
ball.
mark. Hayden's a wrestling
Yeah,
mark.
Hayden is a wrestling mark. He was at least. But yeah, so I mean, geez, that was 2015 as well, like a decade ago or more actually. Geez, 2026, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But
Crazy.
I got into wrestling probably like 2010. I was like five. Rey Mysterio, like that's still my guy. Like I started doing gymnastics because of Rey Mysterio. I just wanted to be like him doing flips and shit like that. But the whole idea of wrestling just, I mean, still to this day, like I'm a bigger wrestling fan than I was yesterday, and that's how it goes. Like I just become a bigger fan every day. I'm studying Japanese wrestling, Mexican wrestling. Like really, there's so much wrestling that back when I found out about it, back when I learned about it, it was just WWE, and that's all there was. Nowadays, there's wrestling literally everywhere in the world, every city, every county, and there's so many ways to watch it and learn about it and access it. So I'm trying to get into like the commentary, the journalism, but also the production kind of side of it a little bit. But I mean, yeah, I found out about it when I was 5 years old, and ever since it's definitely been my first love.
Now, what's like the main difference between WWE is a much bigger company and AEW is one of
Mm.
the bigger companies, but have you noticed a difference, like a major difference between like New Japan Wrestling, IWC, all that type of stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I like to compare a lot like WWE and AEW to like independent wrestling promotions. I work in commentary with two companies nearby, like about an hour from Syracuse. So a lot of difference that I've noticed is well, one, like the fan interaction. Like when you are in oh, is my thing glitchy?
No, it's just blurred,
Okay,
backwards
okay.
blurred.
Okay, no, okay, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I mean the main difference really is like when you are at a small independent event, of course, it's younger wrestlers, it's guys that haven't made it yet. It's guys that are doing this for $20 and a hot dog and a handshake. And it's these guys are crazy, but it's the fan interaction. It's the way that fans actually get involved in the match. Whether or not this move was scripted, if the fans want it to happen, it's gonna happen. If the fans are gonna cheer for it, they're gonna improvise that on the spot. So it's very it's impressive. But it's also just impressive to see like how far these guys travel and how hard talent works to make it and to get their dreams come true. Like, I mean, now that wrestling is so big, I mean, there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that want to be a WWE wrestler, myself included. So, I mean, the hunt to get there it's near impossible, but to see these people travel on the weekends 8 hours, 9 hours by driving just for even maybe probably even no money because they're spending it on gas and food and all that other shit. Like it's honestly the work ethic of the talent that's trying to make it that's really impressive. But it's also really cool to see like when you see if you guys know Jacob Fatu, like
Yeah.
I got to wrestle. I mean, I didn't get to wrestle. Actually, I did. I trained with Jacob Fatu one time, which was very cool. But that's aside from the story. I saw Jacob Fatu wrestle in front of I don't know, like 100 people, and now he is this WWE massive star wrestling on WrestleMania for his second year in a row. Like it's very cool seeing these guys transition from a bingo hall to a football stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you said, you just, you trained with a guy who's now working on the big stage. I
Yeah.
remember at camp, guys in our bunk used to bust their balls about, WWE being fake and all that. What is
I-
it physically like the experience of working with somebody in the ring?
Uh, it hurts, man. It really hurts. Like honestly, like I trained for about a year and a half at the Monster Factory, which is a very notable name in wrestling training. People like Damian Priest, Sheamus, Jacob Fatu, people Alita, WWE Hall of Famer Alita, people like that training the Monster Factory. So like to get that experience was very, very cool. I did it senior year of high school because it was my dream, and I knew that if I didn't try it, if I didn't do it before I went to college, I was going to regret it my whole life. I knew I had to do it. So we went there twice a week. It was very nerve-wracking. I mean, I'm 5'5", little Jewish boy, and these fucking, I mean, we got 6'8" monsters here. So it was scary, but like it was a lot of fun. But in terms of actually working, it's hard because one, there's the physical part of it. There's the actually getting hit on the mat, which
Taking the
sucks.
first
It's
bump. Taking the first
right.
bump.
Taking your first bump, it's not fun. Like taking bumps really suck. It hurts, takes the wind out of you, especially the first few times. Like you're gonna get fucked. Like that's just kind of how it goes. But it's the physical part of it, but it's also keeping your partner safe. And of course, like when you're watching it on TV, it's like, oh, okay, this guy hates this guy. But in reality, they're likely, especially like in these big companies, they're likely probably willing to hurt themselves before they hurt their opponent. Like that is a huge thing in wrestling. It's safety, it's trust, and all these wrestlers that you see on your TV that get to wrestle weekly, those are the most trustful guys in the company. If you're consistent on TV, you're very likely a very trustful guy. People will take care of you. So while it looks like they're hurting you and they're hurting each other and looks like they're beating each other up, they're really taking care of each other in the ring. They're keeping each other safe, making sure that if they're landing on their head, they're really, putting their legs in between their heads so there's a little cushion. Like it's a lot of blurring the curtain between reality and fiction, but that's what I
Yeah.
love about it.
Now you touched on, blurring the curtain between reality and fiction. Another big thing is not just the wrestling, it's the personalities. I feel like we grew up in a time where we got a sense of kayfabe, keeping kayfabe. It
Yeah.
kind of seems like it's completely gone away with all the podcasts everybody does and the
Mm,
interviews and the behind the scenes shows that WWE is doing. Do you like it more now as a fan, or do you like it less? Because me personally,
mm,
I can't. I love the kayfabe. I love when guys
mhm.
keep their personalities, but it is kind of cool to see how these dudes live their life, on a daily
Yeah.
schedule. However else I could say it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good question. I like it because personally I always thought it was very cool. Like I used to always look up like when I was 8 years old, like WWE backstage on YouTube. I loved the idea
Yeah.
of like backstage, the gorilla position. Like I always wanted to see what happened. Whether or not like I wanted to see like if they were actually having a handshake after the match or having a fist bump, whether or not I wanted to see that part. I just kind of wanted to see what went on behind the scenes. So me myself personally, I do like it. I've gotten to the point now in wrestling where it's like I know it's fake. Like you don't have to tell me it's fake. Like
Yeah.
I know these guys love each other in real
Mhm.
life, but it's like it's like watching a TV show. Like I know that Iron Man doesn't actually hate Thanos. It's two actors, but I'm still gonna love it because it's the story behind it.
Yeah.
And that's what wrestling comes to. It's the story, it's the storytelling. It's how can I tell this story so well that even for a second or a minute or hopefully even the whole match that my imagination will take me beyond to the point where I actually do think they hate each other until the bell rings and I'm like, okay. But if the story is told so well to the point where I can get to that point where I'm like, wow, this actually feels real. And sometimes it happens where wrestlers don't like each other and it does actually get real and they shoot promos, which is essentially going off script. And that happens. So especially like times like that, like shit can get real. But in terms of like keeping kayfabe, like yeah, like that era is over. Personally, I'm a fan of it, but I get why all the old school people are not at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we know, like you said earlier, you're interested in the commentary. You're interested in writing about it, and you've had your wrestling blog that you worked with, and then
Mhm.
recently I've seen through LinkedIn. Shout out my LinkedIn, 1,300 connections. I'm a beast on there.
Hey,
Woo!
shut up.
I mog them
Hell
on
yeah.
there. I mog them, but
I post mog you.
okay.
You have a
This is my
thousand
time.
connections, Shy?
This is
I
my
don't
time.
have 1,000 connections. I got
I
more
mean, not a
posts than
thousand.
Hayden
What is
though.
it? 500? It's
I'm
500
at
connections.
500, bro. That's all.
Wait,
Almost
1,300
Shy.
500.
connections is a lot.
Hey, Shy.
He's
This
an
is my time.
incel. He's just
This
sitting
is
in his room, fucking
Yeah, that is a lot of connections. What
connecting.
the fuck?
this is my time to speak, Shy. Please tune out. But you've been doing the some of the commentary. What have you taken away from that experience? And do
Mm.
you like use some of the stuff that you've watched throughout the years of watching wrestling, or do you kind of create your own bravado?
Yeah. I mean, when you're watching wrestling, you're also listening to the commentary. Like that's not like, I'm never watching a wrestling match without commentary because you just can't unless obviously you're live in person. So yeah, it's honestly just like it just came to me natural because of how many matches I've watched, how many different voices I've heard. Like Michael Cole is a very big one, of course. Like that's the most notable name. He's also a Newhouse alum, so that's cool. I'm trying to get in touch with him, but I mean, he's
Sick,
fucking
sick.
sucks at social media. I mean, he has
Really.
no fucking social media. I mean, he's like 60 years old, so like it's fine, but like
Which
I'm
is
never
funny
getting
because
it.
WWE used to do a thing like Michael Cole's Twitter or something like that. It was like a
Yeah, they
segment they
used
used to do.
oh yeah, no, he used
Michael
to
Cole
actually
reads tweets.
yeah, no, yeah, he used to read
Yeah.
like anonymous general manager shit, like he used to actually be
Mhm.
like an internet personality, and now he's not. But yeah, so I can't fucking get in touch with him for my life. But yeah, like that's a voice inspired by another guy, AEW Excalibur. That's another guy that's just kind of like a genius on the mic. So in terms of like, is it my own bravado? Like, yeah, like I mean, I'll have like a sheet in front of me, just kind of who are these wrestlers, what's the story, what are their finisher moves called, and who's gonna win the match, just so I'm not like, oh shit, he won the match. I'm like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
never mind, it was a 2 count. Like that wouldn't be good. But in terms of anything else, like it's kind of just goes with the flow. Like end of the day, like for me, like I'm a wrestling fan, I'm watching wrestling. To me, it's just like me and my friend watching wrestling and just talking about it. Because it's really all it is. We're just talking about the match and we're explaining the story. So to be able to do that was very cool. I did that for Immortal Championship Wrestling and doing it again for One Up Wrestling, which are two different companies, kind of correlated, but two different companies up in Central New York.
Now you got to interview Mike Santana from TNA. How was
Mm.
that?
Ooh, that was gas. That was a lot of fun. That was this past Monday. He's a great guy, very cool guy. I've seen him perform several times in AEW, and then I saw him on the Independents too, 2 years ago maybe. But yeah, he's a guy that's been through a lot. Like he checked him. He was in AEW, big guy, big star with Chris Jericho for 4 years or so, and he checked himself into rehab for his alcohol addiction and didn't tell anyone, not even Tony Khan, knew about this. So they thought he was injured. Really, he was in rehab the whole time. The only person that knew, I think, was his mom, and I guess his daughter knew. Uh, but he's been through a lot. He got through rehab. He's been sober for like 3 years now. He's on the absolute singles run of his life in TNA, which is the third biggest company in wrestling, but they're also owned by like, or they're partnered with WWE. So like, I mean, he wrestled in Madison Square Garden this past Tuesday. Like, that's and like, I mean that was the day after I interviewed him, and I didn't even know he was doing that. So that was really cool just to see him on my TV. But in terms of the interview, it was very cool. Pretty much TNA is coming to Syracuse, and I knew that like there were smaller-ish companies, so I emailed like literally just info at tnawrestling.com, like the most generic email ever,
Hmm.
and I just said like, my name is Josh. I'm a Syracuse student. Like, let me do anything for you guys. Like, I'll drive fucking talent from the hotel to the venue, whatever you guys need. Like, I'd love to help out. So the media team reached out and they were like, "Hey, let's get an interview ready." So he came for like a whole media day at Syracuse. So that was a great interview. We got to do that on the radio, which was very cool. It was live, which he was not aware of. So he was definitely caught off guard about that. But I mean, like he's a pro,
Hmm.
like he's a legend. So that
Yeah,
wasn't an issue. I got to hold the belt, which was sick. That shit was heavy. It's like 30 pounds. I don't know. I mean, that guy has to carry that around everywhere he goes. Like literally everywhere. He's got to put that thing through TSA when he goes to the airport. Like I
it's
can't
crazy
imagine being a
stuff.
TSA security guard and
Yeah.
just seeing a fucking championship belt. What the hell is this guy doing?
Well, shit,
But
they're not even
but
working
yeah,
right now, so
right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, the airport lines are heinous, by the way,
yeah,
absolutely heinous.
I, I ain't going nowhere. I've been
Yeah,
there.
I got nowhere to be. I have nowhere to be.
But
Yeah,
to wrap kind of this little segment up, I just want to tell a quick story about Josh. Over COVID, when we were kind of all stuck, I remember I used to go on Instagram, and this guy Josh would be in like Instagram lives with WWE wrestlers. It was who was like, I don't remember his name, but he had like a manager. He was a black dude.
Leo Rush. That's what you're talking about. I remember
Yeah,
this.
and Josh used to just be in the Instagram lives with this guy, and I'm like, who is this? And then Josh would be like, oh,
Yeah,
he's in the WWE. I'm like, oh, he's just in an Instagram live with the WWE guy. No
it
no big
was
deal.
it was Bobby Lashley's manager at the time, Leo Rush, who's actually now in AEW. Like he literally just returned like 2 weeks ago, and he's making like a big run. I remember that. I actually
Yeah.
totally forgot about that. I was just like, I requested to join his live, and he like accepted me. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know. I was honestly terrified, but that yeah, I remember that. That was fun.
I got one
Uh,
more WWE
yeah.
question for you.
Yeah, bring it on.
You were at WrestleMania 40 in
I was
Philadelphia. I was there too. One of
awesome.
the best WrestleManias ever, in my
Hmm.
opinion.
Hmm.
The last 2 years have been pretty, lackluster with the WWE. Do you have anything to
Hmm.
say about the state of the WWE, or do you think it's just a patch in the road for now, and things are gonna end up coming full circle, and they'll be back to where they once were?
Hmm. I think the issue is TKO and their ownership. Ari Emanuel is the owner of TKO, which is the company that is the umbrella between WWE and UFC. They own the
Yeah.
WWE, and so this guy Ari Emanuel, he's been putting his hands in the cookie jar where they don't belong with creative. So last year he was the reason why Travis Scott got involved with John Cena, like which just made no sense. And then this year, like this past Friday was like the worst rated SmackDown in history. And it's because the
Hmm.
TKO CEO got himself involved in creative and he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know creative. All he knows is that there's celebrities that can rake in money and that's all he cares about. He doesn't care about the
Yeah.
product itself. So he ordered Pat McAfee to come back and partner alongside Randy Orton. So now, like, I mean, just another partnership that really makes no sense. Like Pat
Yeah.
McAfee's a bad guy now. He's a lifelong good guy. No one's ever gonna boo him, just like no one's gonna boo Randy Orton. He's also a bad guy too. So yeah, like I think everyone knew this was gonna happen when WWE and Vince McMahon sold the company, the entire company to another company, essentially giving off power to other people. So yeah, like honestly, it's TKO getting involved in the creative process. Maybe it's Triple H, who people seem to hate. I don't mind him,
He
but
seems to be the scapegoat and everything. That kind
he
of is
does. I mean,
my
I'll tell you what,
takeaway.
he certainly takes the blame for everything.
Hmm.
Which isn't an easy spot to be in, but he's also new at this. He was always a wrestler. He was never a booker, so he's new at this. I think the WrestleMania card this coming April is actually, I think on paper, it's the best WrestleMania card I've ever seen. The build for it, maybe not. Probably, the stories aren't that well told, but on paper, I think it's gonna be a really good WrestleMania. So I'm trying to get out there to Vegas. We'll see if that
Hmm.
happens, but yeah,
Yeah.
Is that the Sphere?
no, it's at Allegiant Stadium, 2 years in a row.
Oh,
Which
Yeah,
that was.
and
I mean, people weren't a fan of that either, though,
yeah, no,
because it was
I
supposed to
I
be in New
hated that.
Orleans, correct? Yeah,
Yeah,
and they just
I had
took it
a I
away.
had a I had a hotel booked in New Orleans. I was so mad.
I
And
mean,
then they're
yeah,
going to Saudi Arabia next year. Like, not going
Oh,
there.
blood money,
I'm
blood
definitely
money.
not
Yeah,
going
you
there.
can't go there.
none of
Markowitz,
I
us,
think
none of us
if I'm
can
gonna
go there.
Markowitz,
show this in Saudi Arabia, I'm screwed.
they'll lob your hand off.
Yeah, a dead
Yeah,
ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
well,
It's all greed, in my opinion. That's kind of
mm,
what I take away from the WWE. And now they
Yeah.
got to lower these ticket prices. So
Yep.
and then they're bringing
Also
back
that.
John Cena 2 months after his retirement tour. It just, I don't know.
are they
I don't
really?
want to. Yeah, isn't John Cena hosting WrestleMania?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That's another TKO order. They just
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
they're like, hey,
Exactly.
by the way, like you're hosting WrestleMania now. Like we need ticket sales,
No.
and
Hmm.
they're gonna get them. So
Yeah. People will buy him.
yep.
Well, another segment in the fighting world that is
Mm.
somewhat become controversial. I mean, we have the biggest UFC card ever coming up in, is it June or it's
June.
for Trump's
June.
birthday, so I know it's
Mhm.
not July 4th. Um, but Josh has been working with somebody very, very close in the UFC in the fighting world, Ariel Hawani. Start by just telling us how that's going, how you got that, just explain a little bit.
Yeah. So Ariel is a Syracuse alum, former Jew, former Newhouse student. So I shot him an email and I was kind of just like, this is me, this is who I am. I'm Syracuse, Newhouse, sophomore. These are my interests. Uh, what can you do for me? Can I work for you? I'll do whatever you need, like honestly. And then he responded back. He liked the email. He said, "Let me put you in touch with my executive producer." I had an interview with the executive producer. It wasn't even really an interview. The guy, like, he was in like a tire shop. It was literally straight out of an episode of Tires. If you've seen
Mm.
Tires, it was straight out of that. He was getting his car repaired, and he was like interviewing me like while he was getting his car repaired. So there was like so much noise in the background. Like it wasn't a formal interview. But essentially, they liked me. They brought me on the team. So I've been working with Ariel on Yahoo Sports now for I would say 2 months, close to 2 months now. So that's been really cool. I mean, yeah, like Ariel is the number one journalist in combat sports, period. He interviews everybody, everywhere, every week. He was hosting the Ronda Rousey press conference on at the Intuit Dome in LA. He's really everywhere. But I mean, it's been an incredible experience being able to learn from him, being under him. Um, and honestly, just like being in the live production scale, like there's so much that goes on. There's so much that can go wrong very quickly and that needs to be adapted to. So just kind of working in that level of production, that level of a show that the Ariel Hawani show is, it's tough, it's hard, but I enjoyed a lot and I've learned a lot from it.
Ariel Helwani is a guy, I mean, sort of blacklisted from the UFC a while ago. Does he ever like make comments about that, or is it kind of just like he's forgotten about it? Because he seems to be way more successful now than he used to be.
100%, yeah. I mean, so yeah, he was blacklisted for essentially doing his job, really. I mean,
Yeah,
he was reporting Brock Lesnar UFC return. He reported, which the UFC didn't. Yeah, I don't know the whole details about it, really. I don't know what if he was told not to do and he did.
yeah,
I don't know what the details are about it, but like obviously, I mean, UFC is the top. It's 99% of our our market. So like, of course, he's going to talk about it. But the thing is, I think that he's grateful for now, and that like the whole show is grateful for now is now we have this Yahoo Sports partnership, which has been awesome. They're working in the Yahoo Sports headquarters, which is also Instagram headquarters in New York City. So I'll be there this summer, which I'm excited for. But I guess the good part about it is now that he's at the point where he's at, he can kind of just talk freely about it. I don't think he ever wanted to work for UFC because then you're talking about how good UFC is and how shitty everything else is. But he's at this point where he can talk as nicely or as shitty as he wants about anything, and it's just how he feels.
yeah.
So he's a very like he could just say whatever he wants essentially, and there's nothing really he can do about it because he's a journalist and he's gonna have these UFC fighters on the show and I mean, I think the UFC is taking kindly to him recently because I'd imagine if they really hated him, they wouldn't let all of their stars on his show every
Yeah.
single day.
It's a good point.
But I think that's kind of slowed down. Like honestly, I just don't really think he cares anymore. I don't think He doesn't care to go to the events. He just wants to do his show, talk to the fighters, see what's going on in their lives, see how they're feeling about fights, and go to the next day. I don't think he cares much about the whole UFC ban
Mhm.
anymore.
Yeah, and we've talked about it on here before about, the way that kind of Dana White's relationship over the years and especially more recently has been with the fighters, the way he talks in his post-fight, the way he has responded to, some fighters saying we were asked to be on the Freedom 250 card. We weren't asked. We were asked, but then Dana says they never asked him. So, it's been
Yeah.
a kind of a whole thing. But speaking recently in the UFC, they just kind of within the past couple cards have moved over to Paramount Plus.
Mhm.
Um, what are kind of your thoughts on how that's going? Do you mind the little FanDuel ads? I don't personally care. I think I mean, I watch all the Sixers games on NBC Sports Philly. They play FanDuel ads while guys at the free throw line. And my dad
Yeah.
always says if I wanted an 8-inch TV to watch the game, I would buy an 8-inch TV, not the
It's vin
60-inch one that we
it's
have. So,
vintage Ross. Vintage
so
Ross.
Yeah.
he likes his production and he wants it how it is. But
100%.
what are your thoughts on how the Paramount thing is going?
Yeah, I mean, look, in my opinion, like if I'm not gonna have to click on a bunch of porn advertisements to be able to watch UFC like I used to be, like I'm in. I'm so in. Like being able to watch it for free, like I mean, I was getting chatterbait advertisements, just about everything in between to be able to watch it in SD. So and glitchy as it gets. So being able to watch it for free in high definition, like, I can't complain about that. Like in terms of advertisements, like I like yeah, like I'll sacrifice that for the fucking being able to watch it for free. Um, I think the cards haven't been good. I think Paramount Plus is not happy about it, and that's why the UFC just recently introduced this new bonus where essentially if you get a finish, you get a bonus, as opposed to where it used to be just a fight of the year bonus or fight of the night, and then a performance of the night. Now, if you get a finish at all, you're going to get 25 grand or more. So that's pretty much they're just trying to incentivize these fighters to kill each other because if they don't, Paramount Plus gets upset because there's too many decision victories and not a lot happens. And
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, and regarding the Dana White shit, like he's batshit crazy. Like everyone knows that. Yeah, like he's kind of a liar. I mean, he kind of contradicts himself a lot in post-fight pressers, especially the fighters in terms of fighter pay. That's the biggest topic right now in combat sports is fighters not getting paid enough, and he doesn't really ever talk about that. He doesn't like talking about this whole Conor McGregor situation because he told everyone that Conor McGregor was coming back in I don't know June, and now he's not. And now he's saying that July it's going to happen, but now no one even knows. He won't confirm anything. He won't confirm John Jones negotiations. John Jones says that Dana White said that he can't fight, and then Dana White says John Jones was never going to be on the card in the first place. So it's like, who's the liar? Who's telling the truth? Who the fuck knows? Like it's Dana White. End of the day, like he is crazy, but also these fighters are too. So, I mean, it's what you get when you have a league of people that kill each other and then they try to talk about business. Like, it just doesn't work.
A bunch of babbling.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's just a bunch of
Yeah.
CTE guys and coke
Uh-huh.
addicts going
hmm
at it, talking money and business. Doesn't work.
We're seeing the rise in AI. Obviously, Dana White made a comment about it. Has that affected anything regarding like your journalism or like any of like the radio stuff you do at school?
I mean, it certainly helps my schoolwork, that's for sure.
Well,
It
yeah.
Uh,
helps me.
I
It
mean,
helps
I
me
oh
a
mean,
my
lot.
yeah,
God. I
yeah.
actually can't. I actually like, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I can't, I actually like, I don't even remember what it was like doing work without it, which is like really bad. But like, also like, come on, like it's at my hand. I'm not gonna not use it. But like, no, yeah, it definitely helps with schoolwork. But no, in terms of like journalism wise, yeah, like it'll like I guess like when you're writing headlines and newscasts and stuff along those lines. I haven't done that since last year really, but I remember last year doing that type of stuff. And like when I'm writing prep for any shows, any commentary that I'm doing, any especially interviews like Mike Santana, I try to do it myself, but then I'll always throw it into AI. I'll always throw it into two different AIs because they're two different engines, they're two different
Yeah.
thought process. It's not like one AI is going to give me one answer. So I'll throw them into two different AI engines and I'll just say, what do you think about this? What am I missing? What is good? And I'll just take AI's feedback. But like end of the day, like I think journalism will always have a place in person, and I don't think AI will be able to take over journalism and this that's happening right here because it's conversation, especially like this, which is over Zoom. Like I'm still looking at you guys face to face, and that can't happen with AI. And there's that emotional connection with people when you talk to them, and there's the facial reactions and the way people move and the way people react to the way people speak. And that I don't ever think we'll be able to get to a point where it's actually natural with AI. And with journalism, you need that because, for example, like if you're using AI, if I'm using AI to interview somebody and I give them 10 questions, they're going to ask those 10 questions. But the AI likely would never follow up on a question that they asked because of a facial reaction. Like they can't get that. If I asked
Yeah.
Aiden a crazy question and he answered it, but he didn't look like he was comfortable answering it, the AI would never understand that. But the interviewer, would probably be like, okay, I should probably, in my head, I'd be like, okay, I should probably gear away from this. He clearly didn't want to answer that. So, I think there will always be a place in our world. I don't think AI will ever take over journalism. I think certainly, it's going to have its fingerprints all over it, but I don't think it'll take it over.
Yeah, I hope not, but let's not
Yeah.
eliminate AI because
No, hell no.
I'm a
Hell
fan.
no.
I'm a fan.
Hell no.
Um, so we touched on it briefly, but Freedom 250 is coming in June.
Mm.
It's obviously been a big drama. Everybody wanted to be on the card, um, but not everybody can be on. I mean, UFC has a set limit of fights. They
Yeah.
never gear away from that. What
Yeah.
are your thoughts on the state of the card, how it played out, how, what you think? Because a lot of people are like, this is underwhelming for what was advertised as this is going to be the biggest event. And I still think that is going to be the case. But
Mhm.
I can see where people are coming from that it is relatively underwhelming by some of the names that are on it.
Yeah. So I think the issue with the drama and everything that's going on with UFC Freedom 250 is the issue is that people's expectations were way too high, including my own. Like I thought we were going to see Topuria and Gaethje as a co-main and see McGregor versus someone or John Jones versus Alex Pereira, which everybody wanted to see and didn't end up happening. So I think the issue was everyone's expectations were too high to the point where people started believing, like I genuinely believed we were going to see John Jones and Alex Pereira. And I mean, I guess according to Dana White, that never actually was going to happen. But I think, I think people's expect. I mean, it's just, it's on the White House lawn. It's the biggest event UFC's ever going to have, that's for sure. So, I think that people's expectations were too high about it. But for the actual state of the card, like it is a great card. Like there are still stars on the card. There's certainly a few guys that it's like, I don't know why you're on the card as opposed to this guy. But there's so much more that goes into it than just like asking a guy if he can fight and say yes. There's background checks, especially with this specifically with this event because it's on the White House lawn. Obviously, there's complete background checks that are going into every fighter to make sure that they're not a criminal, they're not associated with anyone that's a criminal,
Yeah.
because obviously they're on fucking U.S. presidential land. Nothing can go wrong. There's only six fights happening. There's only so much the OC can do while they're on government land. So there's a lot that's going into it, a lot that people don't realize. Like I'm sure everyone wanted to see people like Nate Diaz, but like I'm sure his background checks are way too extreme to let him anywhere near government land.
Yeah. Now, as far as the card goes, were you a little underwhelmed by, the release of it?
Yeah,
Because I think everybody expected Jones versus Pereira or
yeah,
Islam
yeah.
versus whoever.
Yeah, no, I expected I did expect John Jones versus Alex Pereira. I was surprised to see it. I do believe that, I mean, as crazy as it does to sound, because Topuria is the man, he's pound for pound the best in my opinion. But I don't think Topuria Gaethje is a big enough main event. Like I just I feel like if you're talking the biggest UFC event in history, it's John Jones or Conor McGregor. Those are two names you need to have if it's going to be the biggest card in UFC history, and those names aren't there. So in my opinion, it's not. Like Topuria Gaethje, those are two great names, but Topuria is gonna kill Gaethje.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then obviously like Alex Pereira, Cyril Gane, like that's a fun fight. It's fun to
Gon could
see
win by
Pereira.
eye poke. You never know.
Yeah,
He could
you
win by
never
eye
know.
poke. You have no idea.
He's a scumbag. He wins by eye poke
Yeah.
every time, and then
Yeah.
my bet will end in a draw because
Yeah.
you can't win off disqualification.
Mm.
So yeah, that's what happened last fight to me. But yeah, I mean, like it's exciting to see Pereira go up to heavyweight. Like obviously, like I mean, he's a beast. He's what is now going to be like. I don't even know how heavy he's going to be. Two something, obviously, 250 maybe. I mean, he's already a big guy in its own. So I mean, he looks huge. I saw videos of him training. So that's gonna be exciting. Like obviously Sean O'Malley's on the card. That just got upgraded to an interim championship fight. So that's now for a
I
belt
didn't
as
even know that.
well. Yeah, that got upgraded I think yesterday or 2 days ago. So that's him versus Lehman Zahabi, which is like another one of those like random names like why. Bo Nickel, I think Bo Nickel's on the yeah, Bo Nickel's on the card, versus like Kyle Dawkins. Like,
Which had to be a, a Trump pick. I can't.
yeah, no
Yeah.
Well, I
doubt.
know Bo
And
Nickel
Yeah.
campaigned very
well,
hard,
yeah, well,
but so did Colby Covington, and now Colby
right.
Yeah.
Covington is a
So
liberal. So
Yeah, that's the best part. That is the best part of the whole thing is that Colby Covington is not on the card. We had him on the show last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, and he was talking about it. I was dying. I mean, like obviously Ariel wasn't because he's talking to him face to face, but I
Mm.
was crying like just watching it. Like he was the biggest Trump glazer in history. Like tweeted about him every single day, wearing a
Yeah.
MAGA hat every single day, and then Trump doesn't put him on the card. It was unreal. Like it was actually so funny. And Coley was freaking out. Now he's a liberal. Now his entire political agenda has switched because he's not allowed to fight on the White House fight.
Yeah.
It's great. It really is. It's great to see.
So, what are the chances that like, you said 6 fights, that's not a lot. What are the chances that like main event ends and then it's just like Mark Zuckerberg versus Joe Rogan or
Royal
Trump versus
Rumble,
Joe Biden?
surprise
Yeah.
entrant,
Like
surprise
what
entrant.
like like what would be like this is a this is a big card for the UFC, but also in like a somewhat of a political landscape. Like what would be
Yeah.
your dream like just like made up fight of two like podcasters or political figures like what as a joking question.
Yeah. Uh, hmm. Two fighters fighting. I would like to see Theo Von for sure is one. I want to see that guy. Now he's a fucking idiot.
Scrappy guy.
Yeah, right.
He's got
He'd be
that
a little scrappy
southern,
wrestler.
backwoods. Yeah.
Theo Von, and then okay, this is a niche reference. I don't know. The White House chef is this really big black guy with
Oh,
like
I know
I
who that
do
is. Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I do
yeah.
know.
him. I want to see him versus Theo Von. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the fight. Yeah,
And it's always a
and
question of how
he'll
does the
beat
Rizzler
him.
play into this?
That is
He's gonna
all.
pop up. So
Yeah, and it's also the question is like, what does Big Justice really think he's going to be involved? Because he always seems to think he's involved, and he's
Yeah.
not. Like, absolutely nobody took him in a Big 2-6. Like, he was way gone. So, the Rizzler will be involved. I'm sure he always is.
It's always
yeah.
funny to have to like think in the future how those kids are going to turn out. I mean, I think the
Oh my
Rizzler
God.
will always be a household name, but I always see the
Mm,
memes where it's like Big Justice rushing pie cap in
yeah.
2036 and they're making him do like
Oh my God. Yeah, he's gonna have a
do the
tough.
Costco thing.
He's gonna have a tough flight process. I
Yeah.
mean, holy shit. He's gonna be booming a million times a day.
Yeah.
It's gonna, yeah, no, I think the Rizzler will be a household name. I think the only way he doesn't become a household name is if he loses weight. Like, the issue now is you've become famous for being fat
Well,
as
he
a
needs to.
child.
He's. I feel like he's already submitted to succumbing to a heart attack at 35. There's no
I agree.
escaping that. He needs that to bring the
And
money in.
yeah, and I think that the worst part is the dad knows that too. But look, I mean, he's paying the checks. I think the dad knows Rizzler's going to die at some point. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, yeah, but like, look, if the Rizzler loses weight, he's done. He's done. And then the one thing he's got is he's fat. He needs
Yeah.
to be fat,
Yeah.
100%. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
So where can people find you? What give like we're gonna put all the links to all
Okay.
your LinkedIn as
Um,
Hayden would probably like to put, and then we'll
yeah,
put
Well,
like your Instagram, your
I'm
YouTube.
making a LinkedIn post. And I'm making a
I'm
LinkedIn
hype.
post.
All right.
I'll
I feel like
repost it. I
I feel
don't
like
know
you've
if
been
I'm
pretty
making
active on
one.
LinkedIn.
It's
And
all he
shout
does now. It's all he
I was
does.
I was
congrats.
the employee of the month, please. Thank you.
So was I.
Yeah, but they posted that chopped ass photo of you.
They fucking did it with my eyes closed.
I
I don't
will.
even know why.
I did take a look at the photo, and I was like, they could have chosen a better photo.
Yeah, I mean, it was Well, it was April 1st, so I thought it was a joke. Like I thought they were just fucking with me. And I'm
Right.
like, why did you post a picture with my eyes closed? And the guy was like, I didn't post it. The other social media dude did. I'm like, great. By the way, he's like
Yeah.
70. He's like 70.
That's all. I
So
mean, that's honestly impressive. He can make that,
yeah.
make it 70.
Uh-huh.
That's
But
fun.
where can people find you?
Hmm. LinkedIn, I guess, is the only place people would actually want to find me, which is my name, Josh Markowitz.
All
Sick.
right.
Uh, do
Sick.
people have usernames on LinkedIn? Is that a thing?
I don't know. I don't
I
hate
think
it
Is
you
it
when
just like
just
a
that's a hating
name?
question.
I
Yeah,
just
it's
look
a
up my
hating
name.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I guess LinkedIn. I'm on YouTube at Josh Markowitz 123, I think. Pretty basic name. That's just kind of where I post like stuff I do, like cool stuff. I just put my Mike Santana interview up there, the full interview. So yeah, good stuff like that. But yeah, I'm trying to be involved in LinkedIn, not as much as Hayden is, obviously, but
Yeah.
I'm getting there. 13, I don't have 1,300 connections. Jeez,
Go stop smiling over there.
You can also
you're
shut
fucking
up. Shut up. Shut your mouth. You can also find him at Josh Card Collector Rips
Josh
on
underscore
Instagram.
card collector rips. Yes, my former sports cards account, or chef underscore Markowitz recipes, my former cooking Instagram. I have had several eras, several arcs. I'm now in my broadcast era, hoping to get to the competitive food eating at some point as well.
Mhm.
Oh, sick. Just
Yeah.
before we let you go, because you are another guy who's a bigger Flyers fan than both of us,
Oh yeah, I
and
saw
you've
you
done
right for the
some
fly. Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
done some commentary, right, for Syracuse
Yeah,
hockey.
yeah, yeah.
They at like they're like a new program, right, to the school, like a new
No,
team.
I mean, not even like they're like a club team. Like it's actually crazy.
Ugh,
It's cold up here. Like when you're in Canada, like it's actually crazy. We don't have like a good team.
yeah.
Um, and it's like it's always hockey weather, but like we don't like actually have a team, which is weird. But it's like a club team. Yeah, no, it's a shitty thing that they got going on here.
But big game
Flyers.
today for the Flyers at
Oh
3:30. Are
yeah.
they gonna make it? Are they gonna make it?
If we win today, yeah, we're
Oh,
gonna
they're
make
gonna
it.
make it.
If we win
Oh,
today,
they're gonna
we're gonna
make
make
it.
it.
I hope so, because I had to fucking deal with Tobias Harris rubbing his nuts in my face and
I
telling me to
saw
get ready
that.
for the
I
fucking
heard they
play-in.
were glazing him on the
What
broadcast
what
on the
was
They
local
were. That
broadcast last
that
night.
pissed me off.
Kate
Yeah.
Scott?
So Kate, I'll break it down. I almost threw the remote through the TV. I was having
Okay.
I mean, you know how I watch the Sixers games.
Yeah.
I throw a damn fit, but
Yeah.
he played well. I'm gonna give him his props, but they were booing him every touch of the ball, like Andrew Bynum type booing him every time he
Hmm.
touches the ball, and Allah kept saying, I don't know why they're booing him. Stop booing him. He's playing well when you boo him. Like being he's Allah's a cornball. I don't mind
Yeah,
him,
he
but he's a
is.
cornball. And Kate said, well, I think it is because a certain Jimmy Butler left and we kept him, which I was like, that's not what it is. And then Allah was like, the Sixers paid him the money, not him. He didn't do that. And I was like, shut your damn mouth. And then this morning I was like, after because I saw the video of him like, get ready for the fucking play-in.
I saw that.
Um, I was like, dude, you had like six big playoff games where you shot under 20% and scored less than like 8 points. Like, no
Right.
wonder, no shit, we're gonna hate
That was
you.
the
Like,
that was the top.
we haven't got out of the second round in 10 years.
That was the
No, we
top.
haven't got out of the second round in fucking a millennium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Are
it's
we?
just,
I don't
it's
really
corny, bro.
honestly. I haven't followed the Sixers at all. What is going on? Are we good?
So right now, if we're the 7 seed right now, but
Okay.
we have the tiebreaker over Toronto, who's the 6 seed. So
Okay.
I think that it's likely the Sixers will end up in the 6 seed, but they could be in the play-in too. But I
Right.
mean, PG's playing well. That's fun. He's
In
balling.
simpler
I saw.
terms, we're not making it past the second round.
Right.
That's
Yes.
Yeah.
really what it boils down
That's
to.
Nope.
that's the translation. Yeah.
Nope. We're winning the championship, and I will be live streaming every
My
game.
my dad has $100 bet on the Sixers to win the championship, and I mean he is just an absolute mess. I mean, going for the season, he's like, "Yo, throw $100 on the Sixers to win the chip," and on my DraftKings account, I was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Because honestly, I mean, we're a lot better than we were supposed to be. No, like we sucked last year.
Well, we're better than we were supposed to be for how the season has gone. Like
Right.
Just 10 games ago, we lost Embiid, Maxey,
Yeah.
PG was still suspended, and like, we have a stud rookie. Like it's been a
Yeah.
fun season. Watching every game, it's been
How
fun.
many games has Embiid played?
Like
Negative,
40 around, maybe
negative,
less, a little
negative,
less than 40.
Actually, more than that.
negative 10. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
I mean,
still
he didn't. He
still
sat out.
really
Now
good when
he's
he plays. That's the
Listen,
thing.
I like what he's doing now. He's calling out Maury.
Yeah.
He's doing all that shit.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
like, I want to play basketball.
It's
he's an
crazy.
anime loving pussy.
More
Yeah.
used to be our god, and now people are kind of switching up on him.
Yeah, well, he's
He's
about
a
to
nice
sign.
guy. I
He's
mean, I
about to
met him in the
sign
Five Guys.
LeBron to a supermax in the offseason. So,
Yeah.
but basketball, just quick, last one before we let you go. Have you done any coverage on GMAC?
No, my friend, who's also in Newhouse, he got to talk to GMAC. Like it's hype. I mean, look, we haven't. I mean, this was the first, this was the first 4 year cycle where the seniors this year didn't get to see a March Madness in I don't know how long, but a lot of years at Syracuse here. So that was kind of the turning point. I saw someone ask GMAC, like, I'm a senior, I haven't seen March Madness, like this is ass. And then
Yeah,
GMAC was kind of just like, yeah, like this shit's gonna change. Like it was tough. Like it was like a fucking like superhero arc, like the way he said it.
Mhm.
He's like, yeah, shit's gonna change. Like it was gas. But like, I mean, we'll see how much. I mean, like, look, I mean, he did coach a March Madness team this season. Like he's a good coach. Like
they
obviously
almost won. They
yeah,
were.
right.
They were. It was a damn near good game.
Yeah, he's probably a guy that players want to play for, I'm sure. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, at end of the day, it's all NIL. It's all
That
fucking
is
how much
true. That is true. Yep.
what
Yeah.
Syracuse can do with that.
Yeah, they're supposedly getting some big donations. It would be lovely if some of our supporters would donate to us, but
Yes.
Yeah.
we've actually just reached 30 subscribers, so Shy will be
Fuck yeah.
stripping live next week.
Yes.
So please tune in. Oh, okay. I said next week.
This is
Just
just the start.
That's the
I said next week, learn your fucking
I
directions.
got a little too excited.
for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
But Josh, thank you so much for coming on. Just know that me and Shy are always following what you do.
Yeah.
Keep working, keep making an impact and keep dominating the space. So thank you all for tuning in to Backyard Brawl episode 19. We'll put Josh's socials and his LinkedIn and all that stuff down in the bio. So thank you for watching. Peace. Catch y'all next week.